giving you a slice of unapologetic conversation. Welcome to Straight to Tape. My name is C. Perry II, the Mr. Fantastic, or the Pablo Pascal of Podcast is Fantastic Four. First, the comedian, professional joke slinger Tico Gallo. What's up, Tico?
When I sling those jokes, bang, bang. No, I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, you know how it is. You talk it, I live it, all day, every day. Life, live it, love it.
And then leave it.
Well, that's pretty much how it ends, you know.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much how it is.
And the First Lady of S2T, the quintessential hip hop mom, Keisha with a Y. Was good, Kate?
What's up, y'all? It's Keisha with a Y, aka Hip Hop Mom, aka I'm so ready for fall. Not for pumpkin spice though. Mom, your mom's favorite mom.
Word.
That's season, isn't it?
But don't we only deal with pumpkin spice for like 30 days? Is it really the whole winter or fall, or is it just around, Halloween?
No, I like
I think it trickles down into the Christmas holidays.
Well, pumpkin spice.
So. Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's this whole people have made pumpkin spice a thing when it really is. It isn't its own spice. It's like a combination of multiple spices. So there's cinnamon, there's nutmeg, there's a number of other spices. They're not that are none of which are indigenous to the United States.
Mm-hmm.
But it's become the quintessential white girl thing. I don't mind pumpkin spice, but I don't go crazy over it because I like those flavors all year round.
And ladies and gentlemen, of course, our social media assassin, my man Rob the Actual, aka Coach Quake. What's good, Coach?
Yes, I actually forgot my whistle. But yeah, football season is about to be in full swing. I am your coach. I am Coach Rob. You understand what I'm saying? I will be whipping this whole outfit into shape. You understand what I'm saying? Because the season is starting, and also, the fact that I have on shades, I've risen to a level of ascendancy that I'm too cool just for anything right now. My future is so bright. I have to don my own shades.
Don my own shades.
Yes. I have to just
I don't hate it here yet, but it's coming.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's like TFU right now, for real. TFU, bro. TFU. Yeah. Yeah. TFU.
But anyway, man, welcome everybody on the serious, you know what I'm saying? Welcome to everybody, man. We got a good show. D Brock is about to pull up. You know what I mean?
Yes. We do. Yes, we do have the incomparable Darien Brockington in the building this evening. We just dropped his first album in 14 years, and we're definitely going to get a chance to discuss it with him. But of course, you can catch Straight to Tape Tuesdays, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube. Tonight, we are on Facebook Live and we are on Twitch. Audio version of Straight to Tape you can catch on your favorite podcasting platforms. Make sure you check us out on our social media platforms, IG, Facebook, Threads, and that Elon Musk cesspool that we call X, Straight to Tape.
You gotta get off of that.
Make sure you go to our YouTube channel, S2T Media. Make sure you hit subscribe. Make sure you hit the notification button so you can be in tune with the home of unapologetic content.
Yes,
Whew.
man. I don't be
Well,
asking for the stuff that shows up when you go to X, bro. It's
oh my God, man,
it's like
look,
you got to take your phone every time you go to X. You got to take your phone to the clinic, man. You know what I mean. You don't even be
yeah.
asking for that type of stuff, man. But just be popping up just for no reason. You know what I'm saying? Just
And I'm sitting up here. I'm like, why is this ad? Why is this ad popping up? Does it look like this is the type of political candidate that I would support? Why do I keep getting it?
yeah, it's crazy.
Mhm.
Tweedledee,
Mhm.
tweedledee.
You know, there's such a thing called an algorithm, right, guys?
So they've just been, you know what I'm saying? Once you
I'm,
click
I'm,
that big
I'm-
booty bitches 4, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know what you're talking about.
That's all
I don't know what you're
And
talking about. I
and
don't know
you
what
know,
you're talking about.
the algorithm is smart enough to say, "Oh, he likes politics and big booty bees for."
Yep.
Yeah, I'm
It's,
gonna go
it's
ahead and
gonna get
sit
it's
my
gonna get
drink on that.
it's gonna give you what's
Yeah.
out there. It's gonna give you
It's
what's
gonna
out
give
there.
you what you want. It's gonna give you what you want.
What it thinks you want.
I see it. I
What
see
you
all
don't
y'all
even
drinking.
know that you want. It's gonna give it to you.
I see y'all drinking, and I'm gonna do something that I very rarely do with you all, because you know how I drink beer. But
hmm
I have,
beer. You drink woody IPAs, okay?
yes. But tonight,
Oh
Oh
shit.
boy. Oh
Can
Oh
we
boy.
can we
shit.
go? Can we
Oh
tonight,
hurry up?
shit.
Here we
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
Let's hurry up and get it. Let's hurry up and get the show beginning. We need to go
yo,
ahead and finish.
Yeah,
salute
right.
you
We need to
all.
stay on this side of the
Oh
show.
shit. Oh shit. Uh
We need
oh.
to stay. Yeah. Oh my God.
If
Oh
any,
yes.
if
It's about to be one of
anyone
them
who
shows.
knows what is it, IYK.
Let's go.
Right.
Let's do this.
Oh hell. Okay. Well, look. Let's something, guys. Look. Let's go ahead and get the show started. All right. So last week was the DNC, the Democratic National Convention. Um, Guys, question: just overall, what did what did you think from Monday through Thursday? Because I know, of course, in our private chat we had the conversation popping about about a couple of things. I'll say first things first. What was your highlight?
Little
The
John.
DNC is more like the BET awards, better with better lighting and cameras.
We actually
That's what it was to me.
we didn't talk about this, but I actually had a conversation with a few people about this. Like,
hmm
Black culture has been for the past few decades the predominant pop culture.
Yep.
You're not gonna go nowhere that's popping, no matter what the demographic is, and not hear some R&B, some old soul, some hip hop. It's just not gonna happen. Minimally, they'll have a little Taylor Swift, but the rest of their shit is probably gonna be hip hop and R&B. You know what I'm saying? So that is America. So that is what they showcased. It was great energy. I'm not like, this is probably the first DNC that I watched all the way through. I didn't even watch the Obama one, just the night that he accepted. Um, but great energy. I loved how they did the roll call. That was the first time in history. And it goes to show that people are looking for positivity and hope. You know what I'm saying? The
hmm
DNC outpaced viewer wise the RNC for all of the 4 nights. So if what the Republicans say is true and then they rule the country, then who the fuck was watching the DNC? If more viewers were watching the DNC every night, they tracked above first, second, third, fourth night. They tracked viewership way above the DNC. I mean the RNC. So who was watching? So it felt good. I think it felt good. And politics isn't my thing. I just want to go vote for who I want to vote for. But I am of the mind now that this is a truly pivotal point in history, and that we are at a crossroads with a very bad right hand turn, if you want to say it that way.
Yeah.
I'm kind of I'm sorry to cut you off.
No, go ahead, Tickle. Go ahead.
Go ahead, P, because you about to jump on what you about to return what she was going to say. I was going to jump back on.
No, I was just going to say, I was just going to say it was well put together. And some of the, I was going to say some of the back. Yes.
I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry. Some of the backstories that it came out of the DNC, like for one, Mignon Moore. Now, if you've never heard the name Mignon Moore is a longtime Democratic operative. It's like her, Donna Brazile, and 5 other sisters that are known as the Colored Girls, and they pretty much got their political operative career started working for the Jesse Jackson campaigns in 1984 and in 1988, and it gave, that was their launching pad to becoming major operatives within the Democratic Party and pushing candidates. Mignon Moore was the chairman of this DNC. She had the job for 2 years. She was able to pivot, because think about it. A lot of the stuff that came into this week, some of it was already pre-prepared because the presumptive nominee was Joe Biden, and then all of that switched, and then they had to switch some things around within, within and like you said, Key did an excellent job. And if you ever get a chance to see the interview that they did with Joy Reid, where they talked about using their influence twice on behalf of the of Vice President Harris. One to make sure that she got interviewed for the vice president position, and also when there was talk of Joe Biden resigning, and there was a lot of talk about turning this into an open convention, making sure that open convention didn't happen, that you were going to go pivot to the vice president and not go around her. So Mignon Moore, Donna Brazile, Leah Holloway, they had a lot to do with that. So a lot of interesting backstories coming out of this convention.
What you got, Tate?
Oh, great. I mean, performances. I mean, it was nice. I mean, it was good. The only thing that kind of got me is like how you gonna have the DNC and not have like Run DMC? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that would have just took it all. That would have just took it. You know what I'm saying?
That would have been a little too.
That would have took it. That would have took it right on.
A little too colored for the colored girls.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been a little. Yeah, that might have been a little. Just
I would have loved it.
Yeah. For the culture, we would have loved it.
Maybe next time.
It's the DNCCC, the all-time great Kamala Harris.
Rob, did you get a chance to check any of it?
Yeah, I watched some of it. You know what I mean? It was the main takeaway, man, was just energy, man. You know what I'm saying? It was just a lot, it was really, I mean, for lack of a better term, really festive, like, you know what I mean, environment, man. It was just like it was like really electric energy, man. So I mean, this ticket has that going for it. You know what I mean? The base is like really, really, really energized. So hey, it's gonna be this election season is really gonna be interesting, man. It's gonna be interesting to watch.
So one thing that we can because we're short on time for this segment, but one thing that I want to talk about is
Uh-huh.
the aftermath
Mm.
of the election, and that's something that like
Oh yeah, I knew we were going to touch on this.
I'm
Yeah.
concerned about. If Kamala Harris wins or if Donald Trump wins, what does that world look like?
Mhm.
Because the extreme right wing Christian nationalists are not going to just evaporate. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to evaporate. So that's something that I've not seen anyone talk about. What does that look like? What do we need to prepare and protect ourselves? Just because the overwhelming number of these motherfuckers that just talk crazy and breezy on an average day. Like I just saw a video today of just white nigga at the pool calling Mexican spics and telling them to go back to their country because he was getting handsy with the women at the pool and they told him to stop. So like shit like that is becoming, and it's not like we talk about this year after year after year after year, whether it is more prevalent, these types of incidents like overt racism, or if it is because of social media and we have more access to people's everyday lives. I think we're at a point now where we can alleviate the question about access, right? Because we've had access. These people that are just filled with hate for anyone that is not white, male, and Christian, they out there. And again, they are not going to evaporate when the election is over, no matter which way it goes. So either we're going to be stuck in the fucking Handmaid's Tale. Hey Rob, June coming back in September, I think.
Stupid.
Or
June. June is so stupid. Anyway, go
anyway,
ahead.
Either we're gonna be living like in the prequel, the pre-prequel of the Handmaid's Tale, or we will have the first Black Indian female president, and they are going to be, this is going to be a lot. So that's what I guess I want to set that up maybe for another, definitely for another show about what does that reality look like on either side.
Well, I mean, I'll say
like
this.
I'm sorry. It looks like every movie that came out with a black president. That's
Yep.
exactly what it is. Every movie, whatever movie there was a black president.
Except for Idiocracy. Except for Idiocracy. Let's keep it real though. Except for Idiocracy. Yeah.
Okay.
And what was the movie where who was it? Bernie Mac was the president?
Total Destruction.
No.
No, I'm sorry. No.
What was the name of that movie, y'all?
No, I thought it was I thought he was running for vice president. He's the head of state. It was Chris Rock running for president, and Bernie Mac was his vice.
Yeah, don't forget Morgan Freeman.
Yeah,
Morgan Freeman.
Yeah.
Don't forget Dennis Haysbert.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you mean the original true black president?
The original black president, the first actual black president of the United States was Dennis Haysbert, aka Mr. Allstate. Mr. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Rob, let's not forget.
Yes,
that's 24. Yep. Let's not forget.
So maybe we do it that way, right? We do like this part of it, and then the real life shit.
Or we can do God bless the dead, Tiny Lister. Remember, president of the world in The Fifth Element. Okay, so you got a whole slew of cinematic presidents to pull from.
Yeah, President Palmer's not president. But anyway,
president of the world, the universe.
Yeah. And I went to even talk about his brother being president, but that was a whole different thing. He was terrible.
You thought his brother was a terrible president?
I thought his brother was a terrible president, for real. For real.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to go.
Either that, or every time I looked at him, I thought about the Temptations and just completely forgot about 24. That's probably what I looked at. It was like Blue out here trying to be president. Please, where Otis at?
See, now I gotta see, cause my boy Mike, Blue, he has been rewatching 24, and that's you know how we binge watch shows over again, like you go back and watch The Wire over, you go back and watch, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Watching 24 is a huge task, bro, because that's back when TV shows were like mad episodes per season, and 24 was actually 24 episodes per season, and they had 8, 9 something seasons, bro. I might go back and watch it though, just to see, if what you say is true, if he was really a bad player. I don't remember,
You might make me go back and watch it, and watch it too.
We gotta move on, but what really is bad about watching 24 is when that cougar was chasing Jack Bauer's daughter through the woods, bruh.
Oh, God.
Do you remember, bruh? That was the worst. That was the worst. Anyway, we got to move on.
We got to move on. We got to move on. Yeah, we got to move on.
One of those.
I am. It's on my list.
Okay, let's go. Let's go. I'll watch it with you, y'all. We'll watch it at the same time and compare notes.
Yep.
Well, look, ladies and gentlemen, we have a special guest this evening. His latest album, Where Love Grows. Sorry about that guy. Yeah, Where Love Grows. His first album in 14 years. Has it been that long? Yeah, it's been that long. Damn. But he's back, and we're happy to have him here to talk to him, find out where he's been, what he's been doing, all that good stuff. So look, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the S2T Virtual Studios. We got Darien Brockington in the building. Darien, welcome to Straight to Tape.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Hey, look, so we're gonna call you by black people and nicknames. We're gonna call you D Brock.
D Brock,
Just go ahead and live with it, bro.
Fine.
You know what I'm saying? Black people are gonna nickname you inevitably. So
Yes.
Hello.
Look, I gotta tell you, a couple of weeks ago, we were at Miss Elaine's Assembly Room in Durham, North Carolina. Zoe and Tall Black Guy were performing. Actually, sellout crowd. They sold out 2 shows, and I was there for the second. Me and Key and Felicia were there for the second show, and they brought D Brock on stage, and then D Brock does what D Brock does. He tore it down. Man, how's it feel? Look, how's it feel to be jumping on stage, and especially jumping on stage in your hometown, bro?
Man, I love being on stage with family, and especially at home. You don't get to. I don't know. It's a different vibe when it's your home. You know what I mean? Like, you go to New York, you go to Cali. It's always a beautiful thing, just the love that you receive when you're in different places. But I don't know. It's just that Southern comfort, that home comfort. You know what I mean? Like, just the environment itself is familiar. You know what I mean? Like, just to, like, literally when I'm downtown, that's my childhood. You know what I mean? So it's different. You know what I mean? It just hit different.
It's like being a cook or a chef at a restaurant and cooking at work, and you make beautiful food, but then when you get in your own kitchen or your mama's kitchen,
come on,
and y'all hanging there together, it's a whole different level, a whole different
you know what I mean? That's a great point. You know what I mean? Like,
you can have that. You can have that.
I've had some good chicken, but I prefer my mama's chicken any day.
Right.
Every time.
So
Like,
I missed the Missy Lane's show, unfortunately, but I saw you last at it was the Pinhook last year.
Pinhook. Yes.
That was so
Legendary.
that actually was a legendary show.
Legendary.
That show was still being talked about. You know what I mean?
wow.
So that was a great show, and it is in line with what you guys are talking about with those intimate type environments and stuff. And I prefer those small type shows
Yeah,
too. You know what I mean? I
sure.
love shows like that.
Thank you.
Look. Dope.
Yo, gotta ask, okay? And we'll look definitely gonna circle back around to look to to the we'll call it the resume gap, okay? We'll just call it the resume gap. We're gonna swing back around to that, okay?
Okay. That's fine.
Yeah, but look, what got you started? Everyone has an origin story. We Marvel heads up here, so we always love a good origin story. Okay, what is the origin story of D Brock? Where to get started?
Like 1978 started. We're talking about when I decided to pursue music started.
Yeah, let's start with 1978. F it.
1970 something.
1978 on a beautiful blue sunny day. No, well, yeah. Okay, now in all seriousness, so I was not too in 1978. I was born in 1978. So let's be clear when I say I started singing it too, that was not 1978.
Right.
But yeah, this whole thing started. My first memory of being connected with music was probably 3 years old. I was in the car, and Love Like This came on. My mom had put me in the car seat. She said, "I'll be right back. I just need to go and get something out the house." Why I remember this at 3, I cannot tell you. But that song came on, and I just fell in love. I fell all the way in love. Like I understood what I was listening to. Probably 3 or 4 when my mom was singing in the choir, and they were singing I forgot the Rockin' Jerusalem, and it was the soprano part, and they couldn't get it right, but I could hear it. And so they were singing, and I was trying to help correct it. And then I remember them looking, everybody just stopped singing, and they all looked at me like, "Was that you just singing?" And I remember holding my little teddy bear, and I said, "Yeah." And then everybody just busted out laughing. So it's always been there. So just to sum it up, of course, I sang in church growing up. I sang in the choirs at school. And that would continue all the way to NCCU.
Fellow ego.
Let's go.
And that is where it all became a breeding ground for what would become everything that I now know of me as an artist. And what I mean by that is I'm on this the verdant hill, the sloping hills, the verdant green. Excuse me, sorry. But
I have being before too.
Yeah, we all have. Please.
Listen, I sing it all the time though. I should not be jacking that up. Obviously being in the music department and being around a lot of creatives, I would meet Yazara, I would meet Fonte, I would meet Aziz Collins, I would meet rapper Big Pooh. You know what I mean? I would, Dunny, like all of us were crossing paths. I was closest though to Yazara and Aziz. And it was there where my lens of wanting to do music in a more professional way, it started there. At this point, I don't really know anything about, Fonte and rapper Big Pooh and Dunny and what they're doing, you know, on their side. But on our side, it was like me, Ya, and it was Aziz. We were going hard all the time. And I was doing a lot of stuff for them. And it finally dawned on me, it was like, D, you could do this for yourself.
Right.
You should actually try to take yourself seriously. So that would then be what would like kind of kick off me, you know, finding producers and learning my craft, you know, learning the craft, you know, because at that point, that's when the music was very, you know, it was neo soul. You know, you had D'Angelo, you had Bilal, you had Badu, you know what I mean? You had all of Maxwell, and it was just, you know, the amount of excellence that existed. You know, all of us were trying to find that thing, you know what I mean, to actually lock in. And so that just was my journey, you know, a producer here, a producer there, a producer here. And I started to kind of, you know, put together a little press kit, you know, doing the things that we do, right? As we are aspiring to try to be an artist. But I think the pinnacle of all of this is being at the bank, doing music, you know, trying to do music, and rapper Big Pooh comes into the bank to deposit some money. And he walks up to my teller window. Yeah, I was a banker. Yep. And he was like, "Yo, D, what's going on, man? How you been?" And I'm like, "I'm good, bro. How you been?" You know, because I haven't seen them, you know, in a couple of years. You know, I dropped out of school and trying to do music. That's what I wanted to do. And so he was like, "Yeah, you know, I'm working on this joint, you know, as we all know, called Sleepers." And he was like, "You know, you still singing, you still writing, and you still what you doing?" I was like, "Yeah, you know, I'm trying to do a little something." He was like, "Well, come through. Let's, you know, I got a track I think you might be perfect for." So I came to the crib and, you know, I started to write. I think he gave me the song, and I think he had to go somewhere, so I was writing it in my car. So anyway, I did what I did, and he was like, "Yo, this I like it. It was it's on my mind. It's the song on my mind on Sleepers." And so that would be the beginning of all of this, because he let Fonte hear it, and also at the same time, Fonte was working on Connected. And they had a guy. I forgot his name. Oh my gosh. Like he did hooks along with Fonte, but then I think he ended up moving to Atlanta. So I was the new guy. That just kind of happened. It just kind of all came together. So Tay was like, "Bet," you know, he's like, "I got some stuff I want to put you on." You know, he was like, you know, I went over his house and he was like, "Yo, here's the track. I gotta go pick up my son, you know, right? Let me see what you hear." Frank, yes, that's it. Frank, thank you. Yes. Frankie vocals. Yes, he can sing too. Thank you, Frank, for deciding to move away. Anyway.
Shout out to Frank.
Shout out to Frank for his life decisions. So I you know, started writing the first verse and the chorus, and by the time he came back, and I was like, "This is what I got. Let me know what you think." And he was like, "Word up," and we kept writing, and that song would be known as "Come Around." And so you know, I still had no clue, you know, what I was, you know, being a part of, because again, I knew Fonte and I knew Thomas. I did not know Little Brother, you know what I mean? So I was just like, I was just happy to be, you know, to be a creative, not knowing like you really a part of something big, bro. And it wasn't until the project came out and we went to New York. I think it's called the Knitting Factory back in the day. And
He laughing at the private chat.
yeah,
You already know. You already know.
Yeah.
You gotta keep him on task, yo.
Yeah.
So anyway, let me say this real quick, and we can move on. Anyway, so I did I performed Come Around at the Knitting Factory, and the way that everybody responded to it in that moment, it made it clear at that point that this was about to be something.
And it's I'll say it's bugged and it's not bugged that you bring up and you share that story, especially since we're at the 20th anniversary of the Connected album, which is pretty much the 20th anniversary of your debut.
It is of all of it.
You
This is
know?
my birthday. Yeah, for real.
Yeah. I mean, that is freaking incredible. And if we go back and we look at Connected, all right, which was as hybrid of an album that you can get, because you had you had Fonte with the rhymes, you had Big Pooh on it. You pretty much had the Justice League on it, while at the same time you had you were dropping vocals on it. Yashara was dropping vocals on it. And I'll say this, we probably didn't know at the time that was giving us a window into what foreign exchange itself would be. So once foreign exchange made that move into soul music, into what we can probably call progressive soul music in today, you were a part of that. You were a part of that iteration of the group, with you and Yasura and Fonte on vocals. It's funny because we were talking and I had brought up, I remember seeing y'all, that version of the group, at a Valentine's Day show at the Cat's Cradle.
Oh yeah, I remember that show.
Okay, that was which was incredible show. And you were up there with your tour look. 'Cause I remember your tour look was rather 1960ish with the white button down shirt and the damn skinny ass tie. So yeah, I mean, go back with that,
too. That's hilarious. Yeah. Oh wow! I think that was one of my favorite looks, as a matter of fact. But go ahead, continue.
So remind me, you said you were on, you did vocals on Come Around, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That's actually my favorite song off Connected.
Yep.
But when I first heard you, it was with Yazara on that, and when Nicolay was on the show last year, we told him this story. It was that little Tico. Remember that little sampler?
Yeah, I still got it.
It was that
the Cyan the Cyan sample.
The song was Sacrifice. And that's I used to bump that joint everywhere.
All
People,
day.
What you listening to? That's fire. I'm like, yeah, you know.
They gave it like little gray, give it that long gray bag and had the CD in it and something else in it.
You have entered the realm of the hip hop collectors.
So I was like, I said, man, did you get that bag? He's like, man, I don't want that bag. I said, dude, get that bag, yo.
That was me, right? You talking to me, right?
Yeah,
you told Rob.
I said, get that bag.
I was like, I don't want that shit. What you talking about?
Yeah, we ain't talking about that shit. That motherfucking bag, bro. He got that bag, man. And I don't think you listened to the CD. And I was like, yo. Man,
that's dope. Wow.
And Darren, you have to understand, back in that, that was probably when it started to die off, after y'all got that bag. But like, we would go out and you would like if you didn't say no or put it down somewhere, you could literally leave a spot with like 5 CDs, right?
Yeah.
And Like if we were in Durham at the power company at the time and we leave and we have like 5 CDs, we listen to them on the highway on the way back to Raleigh. You know how many crunched up CDs are on the side of 40? Because this shit was whack.
Right.
Throw
right.
it right out of the window. Nope.
Hey,
right out of the window.
Hey, Perry, roll your seat back, dog. Roll the window down.
every time. If the shit was whack,
there's very few that were either packaged in a manner that we would want to keep or sonically we would want to keep. Very, very few. Very few.
But that Scion sampler changed everybody's life, bro.
Yeah, it did.
I still got the fucking bag, B. I got tapes on there. I got
collector, man. Collector.
Or a hoarder. If you
that's so dope.
Hip hop hoarder. That's what I am.
The hip hop hoarder.
Yeah.
That song with you and Yajra, man, Sacrifice, man, bumping it all the time.
Yeah,
bro.
man, you taking me back. I remember when we recorded that. That was fun times.
Oh yeah, it's fun times for us too, man. Listening, so
Yeah. So let me ask you something, man. So like you said when you were talking about the whole neo soul movement and trying to make a dent into that, how do you feel about? Because me personally, I hate when they put us in boxes, right? Because to me, if you say if it's R&B is rhythm and blues. That's consistent of a whole lot of music. I hate when they say, well, you're going to put it in neo soul or electric, monkey funk or whatever. I don't know what the fuck monkey be doing. But how do you feel? Like, how do you know what I'm saying? Like, how do you feel about, like, you know what I'm saying? Because I know D'Angelo, he was upset because they pigeon-toed him and put him in that when he's really a dope artist.
Pause.
Right.
Pigeonholed.
Pigeon. Yeah. You said pigeon-toed, bro. You said pigeon-toed.
And he might very well be pigeon-toed.
What is on your mind, bro?
A minute like that. I didn't even.
No, that's how we do. That's how we do. That's how we do. That's how we do.
We edit live on the air.
That's how we do. Yeah, we do it
in real
time. Yeah.
And the sad part about it is I'm sitting up here and I'm thinking about every time I saw D'Angelo perform, and I'm sitting up here, did he walk around pigeon-toed?
Yeah, you know what? I've never seen D'Angelo perform. Like never. I was like on my way. I had gone to visit this gentleman for the weekend in Hampton. No, it was Newport News, Virginia, and it was the D'Angelo show in, I think it was Greensboro during the tour where he canceled. It was the date he actually canceled. So dude was like literally only watching basketball. That's all. Like we go to a restaurant so he could watch basketball. We go here so he could watch basketball. I was like, it's like this. Called my sister. I was like, and she was a teenager at the time. I was like, go down to Kroger to Ticketmaster and get me a ticket to the Greensboro show for D'Angelo. I'm going to come through Raleigh, pick my ticket up from you, and I'm going to go to Greensboro and see D'Angelo. And as I was on my fucking way home from Virginia to Raleigh to pick my ticket up, he canceled the show.
I bet you got a 6-pack of checks while you were there too.
No, I didn't get much. I didn't get much of anything while I was there.
But Tico, sorry. We veered. Tico, your question, bro.
Steve was, to get back on my question, but Steve from Kamikaze brought D'Angelo down first. He brought him down on a promotional tour, and he came into Kamikaze with a keyboard. He sung Brown Sugar. And then now you got to remember now, this is the 90s, and Castle wanted the hip hop, all that. He came in there just playing. I liked it. I was like, yo, this dude really singing. And I said, he's singing about weed. Y'all ain't understanding. You know what I'm saying? Didn't
they boo him?
Yeah, they gave him some boo. They booed him and whatever. I saw him upstairs, gave him dap, said, what's good? You know what I'm saying? Yo, this shit's dope. You know what I'm saying? Love it. And then like 2-3 months later, like when the whole shit just dropped and everybody was like, bam, And I was like,
Yeah.
yo, that's the dude that was at the club, man, that y'all was, you know what I'm saying?
That's our boo. Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I saw you,
Great
boom. I
times,
saw
man.
you.
But anyway, how do you feel about those those boxes?
Pigeon
Pigeon
toes. How you
toes.
feel about them pigeon toes?
Them boxes of pigeon toes. Yeah.
I hate. I don't really like. I would have to agree. I don't really particularly care for the boxes, because I also experienced that myself. I think that as creatives, there's so much in us, and it's not just one thing. But once we as the consumer starts to label the artist and say, oh, that's neo soul, oh no, that's R&B, oh no, that's alternative, we have now begun to carve out for an artist what their scope is going to be. And so once an artist, a creative, starts to do something different than what we have decided they're good at, there's dissonance. You know what I'm saying? There starts to become a disconnect, as opposed to taking in an artist, a creative, for who they are and going on a journey with them, not expecting them to always do the same or be the same thing all the time. And so I remember growing up, in a space in the 80s where you could listen to the radio, and it was an urban station, and you would hear Sweet Dreams, and then you hear LL Cool J, and then you would hear Stevie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it just was music. You know what I mean? And then all of a sudden, as time went on, music started to have categories, and you ended up having to live in certain boxes. And I remember chasing that box, because at that time it was kind of like, if you weren't, as a Black artist, if you weren't doing neo soul, if you couldn't sing, you know what I mean, you couldn't be creative like what we were coining neo soul to be, then you weren't a legitimate artist. So a lot of us were trying to fit ourselves in that box, and that wasn't completely who we were. You know what I mean? So, and then when you try to do something different, it was like, yeah, we like when you was doing that other thing, the box that we put you in. So
You're not Darius Rucker.
Right. I saw that clip.
You're not Hootie.
Right.
Exactly. I saw that clip
Exactly.
of Andre 3000. You know what I'm saying, at the Jazz Fest, at the Jazz joint. A lot of mixed signals there. I don't know. I didn't get to see the whole concert, but you know how they do. They only show you the clip of the, you know what I'm saying, him, doing the whole Dave Chappelle.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
that show was not in, like, that stage was not acoustically sound at all. So we've been to Fairmount, not Fairmount, wherever they have the Roots Picnic, right? That top stage that he was at is acoustically sound. Like, it sounded like his music sounded so gorgeous up there. It resonated. Like, people were laying out. There were haters, of course, but it was a great live jazz show. And to have tickets when he's coming here, so I'll be seeing it. I'll be reporting on it again. But I mean, like, it was a great live, and it wasn't crazy. He did talk to the crowd. The length of time that the crowd cheered when he just started to talk to hear his voice it's just uncommon. Wow. But he basically was like, I ain't gonna do no rap shit tonight. So if you're here for rap shit, y'all can go on down to the other stage. But yeah, that unfortunately, that stage in Atlanta, the Atlanta Jazz Fest, wasn't really, because you have to have a certain kind of sound for that wide open space. That stage at the I cannot remember the name of the park, but at that park, it's basically an amphitheater. So it is made for sound resonance, and it resonated. So I do appreciate you just saying out loud that you didn't want to be in that box, but you understood you needed to be in that box in order to do the things that you wanted to do, like to further your career. And I think we are coming into a time now where people can basically do whatever the hell they want to do.
Exactly.
Like, just the whole independent thing, or like it is the radio stations and the record companies that put people in boxes, right? It is not necessarily those independently owned and independently owned labels and independent artists that put people in boxes. So just appreciate this time for you to like open up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm excited.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
open up.
Yeah.
Now I gotta go ahead and ask the question. All right. Let's see. Cold Case Files dropped in 2010. And it's been 14 years since since a solo project, right? I'll even take it back to the point where, I'm looking at a new foreign exchange project, and I'm seeing Carmen Rogers. And I'm sitting up here, I'm like, wait a minute, what the hell happened to Yaz, and what the hell happened to D-Brock? So, yeah, what was going on during that period, and what inspired the the new project?
Yeah. So can you hear me?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I think what doesn't get talked about with us as artists is the part that comes with your life. You know what I'm saying? Like your artist, there's a life that's happening with your artistry, right? And I guess the short part of it is when I was doing all of this that whole time, my my mental health wasn't quite where it needed to be. I was struggling with a lot of things. I'm trying to figure out where I fit in with all of this. It's happening to me really fast. And when you don't know who you are and all of this is coming at you like that, you know what I mean? It's overwhelming in itself. And then on top of that, my personal life, you know what I mean? There were a lot of challenges happening at the same time. And
life be lifing, man.
Life be lifing. And with a Holy Ghost nudging, it was
right.
like, you need to step away because you're not going to survive this.
Okay.
It was probably the hardest thing that I had to do, but I needed to do it. And I remember that day calling Tay, calling Nick, calling the producers that I was working with at the time, and calling my manager, Monty, to let them know that I was walking away. And I think after I made that last call to my manager, I probably sat in that parking lot and I literally booed for about 45 minutes. I couldn't even move. But it was probably one of the best things that I could have done for myself. And I, in that quiet time of not doing this as a profession, of course, I'm a church boy. So, I did what I knew. I went back to church. I started serving at church and really pouring into that. I went back to school, actually finished, got my degree in accounting, got my MBA, started my whole finance career. And, I just stayed creative, but more, at church or like groups. I was helping people with their groups and, vocal coaching, arranging, writing. I was still doing, but not on this platform. You know what I mean? Gotcha. And then probably 2019, I got the bug to want to be creative again, but I wasn't sure. A lot of apprehension about returning because of everything that, what I had gone through in the former years of doing this. But I was open. And it just so happens in 2019 when I was entertaining about their project May the Lord Watch. And I said to him, it is so funny that you're calling me because I've really been thinking about doing this, doing something again. And he was like, word up. And, it was an instant, reunion connection. He and I were able to talk through a lot of the things that, we experienced with each other then. Just it really put a lot of closure to things that just took place then. And it really made room for me to be excited about coming back. You know what I mean? But I still wasn't quite convinced that I wanted to do a project. It wasn't until the pandemic and Brandy had dropped her project, and it was very reminiscent of things that was created with the foreign exchange, and it inspired me, and I knew then that that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to do it, but I still wasn't sure. Well, in 2021, when they were giving us those vaccines for the pandemic, that particular day I'd asked my mom, I was like, Mom, I really want to do this again, but I'm not sure. And she was like, and I was like, what do you think? She was like, I don't know, pray about it. I said, okay. And I prayed about it. And we went, got our shot. Let me speed it up. Went and got our shot. The lady that gave us the vaccine, she said to me, I didn't know her. She said, do I know you? I was like, no, I don't think so. And she said, do you sing? And I was like, yeah. And I'm thinking maybe she knows my stuff from the past. And she was like, she said, and then she says, I thought so because I can hear it in your voice. And she said, I'm about to say something to you, but I don't want you to freak out. And I said, okay. Now, this is the same day that I was talking to my mom about coming back to music. She said to me, God wanted me to let you know that if you do what you've been called, what you've been called to, you'll be met with the provision that you're supposed to be met with. Trust what you know you're supposed to do. In summary. And me and my mom just looked at each other like, just, and that's when I made peace with it. To actually really come back and embrace it. Because I knew I was going in the right direction. And that's how we got here.
Glory green.
That is so wonderful. That is a great origin story. And we oftentimes, like Rob said, life be lifing, and we ignore the things that we are supposed to do for the things that we feel like we have to do, not understanding that if we follow the things that we are supposed to do, then we will have all that we will have and more to cover the things that we felt like we needed to do, the things that we had to do for. You know what I'm saying? That's awesome. That is excellent. And when you get that kind of confirmation, and a lot of people don't, like, they just skip over that and think it's happenstance.
Yeah.
Absolutely nothing in this life is happenstance. It is all planned. Yep. It is all going how it should.
Yep.
That's a new song right there. Happenstance.
Happenstance.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Let me
Chico,
play it. Yeah.
Chico's
If
new,
you
Chico new
bust
music.
that out, man, I got my kazoo game is on point, bro. You know what I mean? I like it. You know what I'm saying? I'm already in the likes of working with Mike City. You know what I'm saying? I'm already, you know what I'm saying?
Chico, new music.
In his goddamn kazoo.
My kazoo game.
Kazoo
That's his
music.
haters right there, son.
Kazoo music. Kazoo music.
All day, son.
Yo, D-Brock, man, talk about this new project, Where Love Grows, and especially because I see, the majority of the tracks are done by two major favorites of Straight to Tape. And they're friends of Straight to Tape, that being Zoe and Tall Black Guy. So talk about this new project and talk about working with them.
Yeah, so this new project actually started in 2022. Some things kind of had to take a back burner, and I kind of shifted and I went in a different direction. I was trying to work with different producers. That didn't go well at all. At all. And so fast forward time to this year, once the smoke cleared and I could calm myself and focus on what I wanted to do, I decided, I said, you know what? I want to do small projects. And instead of me trying to work with all these different people, I just need to go back to the family. You know what I mean? So I said, Zoe, what's good, brother? I want to do a small project with you, man. And he was like, bet, let's go. And of course, Zoe and Tall have this extremely beautiful relationship, when it comes to the production. And so that immediately became the synergy, with this project. My main communication was with Zoe. I got, my writing partner, Darien Dwayne, he's also on the project as well. He's all over the project in terms of creativity, singing, whatever. So, it just started to click, and what really put it in like high gear was Show You. That's the song that me and my bro Darien Dwayne are on together. And Tay heard it. Zoe let Tay hear it, and Tay called me like, nigga. So it was like so excited, you know what I mean? And he was just like, and that's when he was like, all right, we gotta go. We gotta, you know what I mean? And so from there, it started to go faster. I just went from I'm just gonna work it out till it's complete to here's your deadline. So yeah, we just, we locked in. It didn't take long. I think by the time I started, I was probably 2 songs in. Yeah, just 2 songs in. And then probably maybe a couple of months before it actually dropped, that's when we really picked it up and just started really putting it together. It was just flowing. And so, I think we got close to the end and we're like, okay, there's some things that are missing. And that's how, I actually reached out to Misha and was like, bro, would love to have you on this project. And he was like, sure. And that's how we got Circles. And then Tay, he's connected. So he was able to get, a joint from the cartoons, and that's what became Wonder Love. So but all in all, everything else was Zoe and Tall Black Eye.
Yeah, Wonder Love. That's with Carlita and LB, right?
Yeah.
Fire. Yeah, so I'm gonna you know how I do. The gang here knows how I do. Like I've heard every artist before everybody on the planet all the time in history and life. So now I will give y'all Zoe. I'm gonna give the gang Zoe. But I was riding around 2016 listening to Tall Black Guy.
He was
listening to his production. And because I pulled up on you at the crib one time bumping what's my favorite track by him? Love to the World, right? That's even my ringtone on my phone to this day.
Wow.
And we had when did we have Zoe and Tall Black on? Was that like 2 years ago?
That was 2 years ago.
I told him that. I was like, yeah, it's my ringtone on my phone. Still is. But yeah, I pulled up on PP. Was like, well, what is that? I was like, yes, Tall Black Guy. Yeah, get in the car.
Yeah.
Man. Shut up,
man. That brother is dumb. He's crazy. Darien, he put me on before I would. You know what I mean? Like it was all kind of colliding. He was like, yo, I'm like, you don't understand who he is. So let me break him down to you. And then like right after that, it was like, oh yeah, Zoe and Tall. I was like, yo, this is crazy. Right. Yeah.
So yeah, like with this new album, man, what is like the overall kind of what is like the overall message that you wish to convey with this album, man?
Yeah, man. So it's called Where Love Grows, and basically what I wanted to communicate was that it is our lives that in essence grows us. You know what I mean? Like it could be, relational, whether it's somebody romantic, you know what I mean? It is in the process of being with someone that you learn how to love, you know what I'm saying? Where you grow as a person. So, the bottom line is that all things stem from the heart, good or bad, you know what I mean? And it also speaks to my my journey, in terms of how I've grown, you know what I mean, as a person, how I've grown as an artist, you know what I mean? And I realized that this experience for me has always been a heart thing. And I just wanted to show like different aspects, when it's good, you know what I'm saying, when it's bad, it takes the good and the bad. It all helps you grow. It grows you, you know what I mean? Like, and so I just, like, sometimes you hear on the record where it's just pure love, you know what I'm saying? That's gonna grow you. When you go through some hard, you know what I mean, it grows you, you know what I mean? So I think that's pretty much what I was trying to go for, which was why we ended up calling it Where Love Grows, even though they wanted me to call it Wonder Love. I was like, no, it has to be Where Love Grows.
Ooh, Wonder Love.
Well, Wonder Love was dope though.
It's dope.
It's dope.
One Love is
It's
dope.
dope.
One Love is dope.
That could be the next one. That could be the next one.
That could be the
Love.
next. Yeah, Wonder Love could be the next
Wonder Love.
title.
Wonder Love.
Yeah.
Yep.
Look, like I got to ask about this foreign exchange music flavor, okay? Because your album dropped last month. All right.
Yep.
If I remember correctly, it dropped around. If I remember correctly, it dropped around the 13th of July.
It was the 9th.
9th of July. Yeah, because I was rocking that at my family reunion. All right.
Oh,
yeah. I mean, look, when I saw what D-Brock new album, say no more, boom. And of course today, we had the release of the new EP from friend of the show, Carlita Durand. Yeah, and it's that it's fire. It's fire. Be My Fiasco. We're expecting we're expecting some new music from her during the fourth quarter.
Bringing her back too.
And yeah. And then yes, definitely would love to have her back too. What is up with the flavor of what's coming out of foreign exchange music right now?
I think you have a combination of legacy and new coming together, where the OGs are a lot more settled and sure, and you know what I mean. There's more synergy and control over what it is we're trying to articulate. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I've been missing for a minute, but for the rest of the OGs, like, they've been at it and they've just gotten sharper and sharper and sharper. And I know this is not a word, betterer and betterer. You know what I mean? So
we make up words. We make up words here all the time.
All the time.
Absolutely.
I am educated, so I don't want folks to like, did they just really say betterer and betterer? Yes, I said betterer and betterer.
It's fine. We'll probably clip it and just repost it. It's fine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Repurposing. But that push a little lot to say. All right. So, I think that, not only does that apply for the OGs and, me returning, just being more sure, you know what I mean? For the newer family, I feel like Tay and Nick in particular have done a great job of honing in on, phenomenal talent, you know what I mean, and pouring into that in a way that with what they have built already, and then bringing that to the table with the new, it's a perfect recipe, to be quite honest with you. Like, it works. It's just working. Mm-hmm. It's really working. It's a beautiful thing to see.
Oh yeah.
What's up, man? I'm telling you, man. Throw a little kazoo up in there. You know what I'm saying? Make the thing all complete. Feel me? That kazoo is fat. You know what I'm saying? We'll talk after the show, man. You know what I'm saying? We'll talk after the show. You know what I'm saying? Hey, don't. Hey, I was mentioned by Kenny G, dude. Come on, stop playing. Anyway, yeah, I'm just make it happen.
D Brock, what's next on the menu for you?
Yeah, so I'm just gonna keep promoting this project. I'm actually, this is a learning curve for me because as you know, music, the industry has changed a lot. How people consume music has changed a lot, and getting in people's faces has changed a lot. So, this project is great training ground for me to learn how to do that. So I'm gonna keep grinding with this project. But while I'm grinding with this project, as we are wrapping up the year, the plan is to start working with Nick on the next small project. And hopefully we'll be seeing that at some point next year. And by that time, I would like, Dunny, if you're still on and you're listening, I would like to start, doing some touring as well. So we got another small project
in the atmosphere.
And that's where we are.
Yo, it's about to end. So about the end of the interview. So now we can bring Dunny on. Dunny, you there? Yeah.
Nope.
There he is. He's still here.
Nope. I swear we sent him a link. He said he's already planning your tour. Amazing.
Of course, yeah. Look, that's
because that's what Dunny does.
Yeah, exactly.
Let me get my bottle and my pinky finger.
Well, look, ladies and gentlemen, Where Love Grows. You can find it on all of your favorite streaming platforms. All right. I'd say, look, this is what I do. I say show some love, go over to Bandcamp and buy the kind of physical copy, all right? Show some love. Darien Brockington, we want to thank you for coming through to Straight to Tape.
Excellent.
You
Excellent.
are welcomed. Welcomed anytime, my brother. Welcome anytime.
I would love to come back. I love
you official now. You official. You
word out. I'm family. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Hey, man.
So,
Hey, man.
Yeah, Where Love Grows is dope, man. My standard is if I can rip off like 2-3 back-to-back listens of a project, that's my So ask them. I ripped off 2-3. I was like, yo, I'm just listening to this joint back to back. It's fire. Go ahead. Definitely listen to stream it, buy it, check out Where Love Grows. And also again, want to shout out to Carlita for dropping her project today.
She went #1. Woo!
Make me say the EP. So definitely check her out. Like I said, Darien Brockington. Make sure you are checking out Where Love Grows. You will not be disappointed. Darien, once again, bro. Thank you for coming through the Straight State.
Thank you.
Appreciate you, my dude.
Take care, my brother. Take care.
All right.
Man, good interview, bro. Good interview. Good dude. Glad to see him back. Glad to see him back on the scene for real.
Absolutely. Yeah, I hate I missed that Missy Lane show, but like I said, that one at the Pinhook last year was dope.
Look, that one at the Pinhook was so classic that it was, this was a great and this was something, man. Look, this was such an excellent show. But
it was
such an excellent show.
Yeah,
but it was going to be hard. Yeah, but that Pinhook was just like I said, it was just classic. Rob. Bro. Look, man. Look, we here. They here. Let's what do we usually do around this time? Let's show some love to the comment section, bro.
What's a shout out to Bishop? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Since since you over there, bringing up graphics and everything. But Bishop, if you're watching, man, you know what I'm saying? Much love to you, man. But anyway, I just wanted to show some love to everybody that was active in the comments, man. Like early on, we had my man Jay Burke was in the building. my man Raj. We had A Marie listening to, on YouTube. We had also Shatina checking in, Danny Allen, and the homie Finn. We're gonna talk to you soon, buddy. But yeah,
Big time.
thanks for everything that you do, Finn. So, shout out to everybody that's watching and checking out Straight to Tape, and keep on support, man. We love y'all, man.
Shout out to the homie Jay Burke, the WrestleManiacs podcast, which is doing big things right now, and we're happy to be a part. We're as a part of this, as a part of family, we're happy to see the things that they're doing, and and definitely keeping up with the things that they're doing. Now,
Yep.
speaking about some doing. Yo, Tico, what you got? Man, what you got going on this week? I thought I saw
What
something.
you doing Thursday?
Tomorrow I
Tomorrow?
am tomorrow, Wednesday. I'm doing the transfer code down off of Davie Street, 8 o'clock. It's free. It's like it's a variety show, comedy show, some jokes and some improv and some skits. Gonna have a musical guest there. Live band to be there. They do this, every fourth Wednesday. So just come on out, check me out, see me do me funny. And so doing that, and again, October the 15th, I'm booked in Wilmington. Yeah, I'll be there in Wilmington on the 15th in October. So that's like way ahead. So
It actually is not where September is.
Yeah, I mean,
Saturday.
Yeah, true that. I mean, it's enough of motherfuckers to get a babysitter. How about that?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Give me a Wilmington Airbnb.
Hey, if you see Tico out in public, he does do impromptu on the spot kazoo performances. So just holler at him. Just be, hey Tico, play, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, a Stevie Wonder joint on kazoo. You know what I'm saying?
Love. Play Get Love by Yin Yang Twins.
No, he'll play Old Dirty Bastards, Brooklyn Zoo.
Oh, y'all watch
Yeah.
that.
If I had a comb and a handkerchief, you know what I'm saying? I'll bust it out for you right now. Hit it old school, you know what I'm saying, back in the day. You know what I'm saying? The old Stevie way. You feel me?
She shy, head been live.
Yeah.
One more time.
Before Stevie had a harmonica, it was a comb and a napkin. So
Right.
But look, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us on Straight to Tape. Of course, Tuesdays, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on YouTube. And yeah, from time to time, especially when we have, I'll say this, especially when we want to share a dope interview with everybody, we'll be on Facebook Live, we'll be on Twitch. Don't forget to check out the audio version of Straight to Tape on your favorite podcasting platforms. Make sure you subscribe to S2T Media. Got some stuff coming, trust.
Yep.
So for the comedian Tico de Gallo.
You know the difference between porn and erotica?
What?
Lighting. Good night, ladies and gentlemen.
It makes sense.
Yeah, actually, it does. It really does. Actually, well, lighting and script.
Oh, erotica. Oh,
erotica girl.
Who's she?
The quintessential hip hop mom. Why?
Goodbye, y'all. Goodbye. That's all.
And
go check out Darien Brockington and Carlita Duran's latest drops. FE Music.
And of course, the master of the 46 defense, Coach Quake.
Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? No bend, but not break. I mean, we coming to, you know what I'm saying, bury people. You know what I mean? My defense is rock solid. You feel me? So, Coach Rob in the building. You know what I mean? Hey, football season is back. What we call her, the side chick, is back until late February, or you know what I'm saying. Yeah, she's back, man. She's back.
It's only a side chick if you have a chick.
Well, I mean,
So yeah. That's look. That's not even my side chick. My side chick would be here on the middle of October. So NBA season.
NBA.
So
Yeah.
NBA season. So
Mine's
anyway,
being a winner. That's women's curling. I love women's curling. That's when the only time you can like cheer for a bitch to sweep.
and it's your man C Perry the second. Yeah. Look.
Wait,
Thank you
did
for
he
joining us
say
for
that's
state.
the only time you can cheer for a bitch to sweep?
Yeah, that's what he said. I'm trying to get us out of here before he get us out of here. Okay.
Hold on. Just give me 1 second. Okay, bye.
Okay. Later, y'all.